Welcome to the Recovery Oracle. My name is Veda, and I am pleased to have you in this space with me. Quite surprising. Tonight I had the idea of doing either a relationship reading or one about careers and finances. And when I asked guides and angels what they wanted me to bring through tonight, it was neither of those, but I will show you what they asked me to speak on. Basically, we are speaking tonight about how your relationships and abundance will thrive in all ways by implementing consciousness into your physical reality. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but the first card they threw out was this consciousness. Basically talking about how everything is largely more etheric and spiritual than what we are able to perceive with our physical senses, and implementing that into our daily living. Earth came out. This activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. And then to bring those two together, we had dynamic come out. So the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy. So they really want me to speak about the ritual nature of living, basically implementing the larger non-physical aspect of who you are, of who we are, the I am that we all are, into our daily living and our daily life. That means things like when you are cleaning your house, see it as that you are clearing the energy flow in your home. When you are making your coffee or making a beverage, are you stirring good intentions to it? Are you speaking the words of the things that you want to draw into your life, into your food, into your beverages? Making everything that you do a ritual that is kind of like how synchronicities will show up, and we'll get divine messages that, if you see a lion, it means strength and courage. It could be divine guidance from the angels of Judah, or you could have Lyran starseed ancestry. But notice you see a lion and all these other things come up. Everything that we do here on this physical plane, as above, so below, is a reflection of the largely non-physical etheric nature of us. So keeping that in mind, that the things that you do physically are indeed spiritual in nature, and embracing that and keeping that at the forefront of your mind in everything you do. So it's neither a relationship nor abundance reading, but in fact both, because that is our way to prosperity, which is the card that was on the bottom of the deck. So angels and guides basically told me very, very clearly that by combining, realizing your larger eternal soul self, the nature of your power, your glory, your worthiness, by embracing your Christ consciousness within you, and implementing that into our daily routines, our physical plane in every way, is what brings that prosperity. And I want to read the definition of the prosperity here, because it is all things. It says the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So yes, this is your relationship reading. Yes, this is your career, finance, and abundance reading, because if you are implementing and have a consciousness behind everything that you do in the physical plane, you will attract that relationship, you will attract that abundance, and that prosperity in all ways will be yours. So that was kind of a very, very direct message, that breaking it off into little pieces. Your prosperity is prosperity in all ways. It is your love. It is your riches. It is your abundance. It is your joy. So when you think of what brings you joy, and just keeping that at the forefront of your mind in everything that you do, knowing that every small little mundane task is a reflection of larger non-physical spiritual things. It's all ritual. It's all spiritual. We are at our very core essence God, source, consciousness. And this body, this physical body, is just a small, minute, our avatar that is chosen for this one small scope of our entire existence as a soul. So that being said, then I asked what decks, and they pointed me to the Tree of Life, which is the Kabbalah oracle, and the Palladians. So if you have any interest in the Kabbalah teachings, or possibly identify as Palladian starseed, or know of the Palladians, then this is definitely your message. If you are understanding that you are more largely a spiritual being than this, this very limited physical self, this is your message. If you are in recovery, if you are thinking about recovery, if you have a loved one who is in recovery, this is your message. So thank you so much for being here. My name, the Recovery Oracle, is a little bit misleading. My goal is to help you overcome addiction, to just have it be a distant memory, something that makes up the dynamic nature of who you are, but does not define you and does not limit you to a confined box. You're over the other side of it. Now, why did you go through it? You went through it to help others, to be a lighthouse. And helping others can just be as simple as being a shining example of what strength, courage, resilience, perseverance, and dedication looks like. So thank you so much for being here. Let's see why they wanted to bring out the Tree of Life Oracle. This has notes of tarot, notes of Kabbalah in it. Well, the tarot is built off of the Tree of Life. There's the 22 paths, and the yeah, it's very much the entire tarot is in the Kabbalah Tree of Life. So that's a story for another day. And when I have that one memorized and well down, I have recently started Kabbalistic classes and teachings, and I'm very much enjoying the idea of the middle pathway. It's something that resonates deeply within me. I don't know if it's something that I've formally taught in a different life, but it's definitely hitting the mark for me. So, all right, let's see what they want us to know today. Thank you so much for being here. Kether, crown, source, point, attainment. Wow. Okay. So we have the top of the Tree of Life. This is Kether, the crown chakra, source, point, attainment. This is source in the Tree of Life. God, your connection to God, your crown chakra. Also your soul star chakra that is just above your crown is your connection to the divine. Swans, eagles could be significant as well. Let's see what else they want us to know. And we'll clarify these with the tarot also. Let's see these. I'm sorry if you can't see the cards the whole time, but I feel that you're here more for the message overall. And I'll have a camera over my head someday so you can see the whole table. What else do we need to know about the crown? This is all about source. And the 25th path, which is art, temperance. So this is temperance. This is somebody's balancing out their energies right now. You could have some crown chakra opening, activation, making you aware of your supreme consciousness, that you have access to the divine at all times. Self-sufficiency, boldness, and devotion come with this. So this is the 25th path of art and temperance, and the temperance card in the tarot is all about balancing out life, evening things out to just right. It's also about divine timing and alchemy. So alchemizing, self-sufficiency, boldness, and devotion too. I like that. Some of you may be, hold on, let's get them all out. Let's see what else. Thank you. And then we have the tree of life, the map, the support, connection coming out. So that is what the tree of life looks like. You may be familiar with that symbol. And all of those paths, there's like the tarot cards that go with each path. Keither, that, so let's see, the 25th path, I have this handy dandy chart over here. The 25th path is between foundation and beauty. So right here, this purple is foundation, and this is beauty, and temperance is that path right there. And then this is Kether, the crown, attainment. So temperance all kind of happens right within our sacral chakra, our creativity center between our sacral and our solar plexus. So that area of creativity, and then confidence and courage and determination and will, that's where this 25th path of temperance lies. So that's interesting. Some of you could be being called to do something creative, to start something new, and having the confidence to do that. Again, we're going to clarify what the tarot, what all of these are here for. The map, the support, the connection. I love that coming out. What else? The Emperor, initiative, authority, and leadership. Okay, so we have the Emperor. So this is initiative, authority, leadership. This is also very Mars energy. And we just had that full moon in Aries, very Mars, fiery, passionate energy, a call to leadership. Also, the Emperor rules his reality and directs his energy very efficiently when he has it, where it needs to go. So temperance and the Emperor, this is like when to act and when to rest. And what else do we have? And the Hanged Man on the 23rd path, a new perspective, tolerance, and life purpose. The Hanged Man talks about enlightenment. It also talks about a time of in between where you're kind of being hung in the air by the divine to see your life from a new perspective, a liminal space of understanding. This is also Aries energy. Capricorn. Capricorn with the go ahead. Tolerance, new perspective, and life purpose. So this is about your life purpose. Taking the initiative, the authority, and leadership. You might want to watch the last reading I did. Was about somebody overcoming addiction that is stepping into a role of leadership, of teaching, of guiding, of healing. So actually quite a few of my messages are that way. I feel I'm reaching out to a collective who knows that they have work to do as far as leading, guiding, and healing and teaching others in some way. I feel that's the collective we're speaking to right now, and things are turning the corner quickly. We have the moon. So the 29th path, evolution, simplicity, and the animal kingdom. It does look like the moon card. Evolution, simplicity, and the animal kingdom. The moon is also what's beneath the surface, what's deep down within, what you may not be able to see at this time. With the Emperor and the moon showing up here, I think there is some relevance with the full moon that just took place. I think that was an activation portal for a lot of us. Also 1010 was yesterday, and that was a activation portal of like new and potential, new beginnings, and all potential. So there's a lot of new life happening, and you may be feeling like your ego is loosening its grip, and you're stepping into a space where you are more heart-led, more divinely guided. more open to that. And so your entire reality is going to be changing on that note. Yeah. And then on the bottom, we have, again, so all potential, right? New beginnings. And we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. So that clarifies that. A leap of faith, freedom, and trust. So now that you are free of a lot of old attachments, of an old identity, of limited ways of thinking and being, who are you? What are you stepping into? It looks like you're stepping into some sort of lighthouse leadership of some sort. So I love that showing up there. And again, coming back to that, the initial, the pre-pull for the reading is all about how we are managing our energy, and putting that sacred energy into everything we do, and focusing on the greater, grander aspect, having that new understanding, that hangman perspective of that this is your one life of many, and you've done this before, and you have gifts and talents that you were born inherently with that may have been suppressed for a long time, and those might be coming to the surface now and coming back out now that you are feeling in a safe space and a whole place and a healed place. These are things that are going to feel safe and healed and whole to come back to you. And so who are you now that you know that you are limitless and all powerful? Okay, let's do some clarifying with the tarot. Why do we, and so in honor of this, yeah, I'm going to go with the Hermetic tarot, because it's all about the tree of life is on here deep. It's all built around the tree of life. I also have Tarot of the Spirit, which is built around the tree of life. That one's a little deeper. That's a very, very, very deep, complex deck. I mainly use that for personal readings. So if you do a personal reading with me, that will be very, very in-depth, and I will use Tarot of the Spirit most likely to get a really, really, really good in-depth idea of who you are. Those links are in my description box and also on the channel page in the Buy Me a Coffee link. Okay, angels and guides, why do we have Kether, the crown, source, point, and attainment here for the collective? What do we need to know about this at this time? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So this is your source, point, and attainment. And Queen of Pentacles is nurturing and grounding, and very much nurtures her physical reality. So it's almost a message of nurturing yourself, your physical needs, your material needs. And I don't mean necessarily financially, like your body, your home, the self-care. Queen of Pentacles is very much self-care, and creativity, excuse me, is like the source point attainment is connecting you, is connected to the divine. Again, it's the consciousness and earth. So I want to show you guys this real quick. Set these down. So these two cards, consciousness and earth, right, are basically these two cards, consciousness and earth. And oh, she's got a top on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to cross that out. So again, your connection, we're talking about your connection, connecting everything that is largely more spiritual to the physical realm. That is just confirming that. What else do we need to know about this with the Queen of Pentacles? What else? Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is all about the balance between giving and receiving, and that's your energy, that's your time, that is your physical offerings to the world, a time of giving and receiving. And Queen of Pentacles is very much about her self-care, her nurturing herself, the people around her as well, but it starts with you. And so understanding. Okay, and then we have the balance of giving and receiving. So this is like a balance of giving and receiving, the divine law of giving and receiving. So you're nurturing yourself. You're being like compensated by the divine for doing that. You giving to you, making you your best self, and practicing that self-care is what's best for the greatest good of all, of everybody, of the planet. You being at your greatest, highest vibration is nurturing and healing to others, to those around you, to the world in ways that you can't necessarily physically see. But it feels good, right? It feels good to take care of yourself. And so that's a very, very, very clear sign. If something feels good in your heart space, and it feels, sometimes it's hard for us to not feel selfish, especially depending on how you grew up, not feel selfish taking care of ourselves. But like having that bath time, and that self-care feels selfish, and it is not. Self-care is for the greatest good of everybody. So it's very not, you want your cup to be full and overflowing before you can go out and properly care for or speak to or share with anybody else. Make sure that you are full up. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles is also called the Lord of Material Success. And at the six, we are restabilizing in our material world. So there could be some financial stability coming in because of this self-care. It seems by all definitions that society and the earthly powers that be have told us, but it is in fact a divine life hack to that sometimes less is more. Sometimes nurturing yourself is what you're chasing, your joy. Always chasing your joy, what excites and ignites you, is going to bring your abundance. You will be divinely compensated for caring for yourself. And why do we have the 25th path here with temperance, art, self-sufficiency, boldness, and devotion? What do we need to know about this, please? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands talks about focusing your energy, right? Taking action and focusing your energy. So let's see what else comes out with that, actually. So Knight of Wands, and what else? With temperance, the 25th path. Okay, both of those wanted to come out. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And Two of Swords. All right. So yes. Okay. So at the Two of Swords, it's called Lord of Peace Restored. At the Two of Swords, we are trusting. We are trusting in the divine. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands coming out with this temperance. So it is a balance between your spirit. So Wands are all is spiritual, and Pentacles is physical. So it's a balance between your spiritual and your physical output, your action in both. And it's restoring, it's peace restored and balance. So balancing your spiritual and physical is creating that balance, that temperance. Wow. Yep. That's just confirming exactly what we've been saying. Yeah. Where are you focusing? The knights are our movement, our focused action forward. So focusing your energetics, focusing your spiritual action, and in your physical action, and a balance of both. Peace restored. I love that. Okay. I really, really, really love that. Tempering out everything. Why is the Tree of Life here? What do we need to know about the Tree of Life right now? The map. Thank you. Anything else? Okay, there it is. So, Princess of Wands. So this is new energy, a new energy, and we have the universe coming out with a completion of a cycle. So I need to cover her up because Princess of Wands is, she's pretty hot. Okay. All right, we're just gonna cover her up, her boobies there. Boobies and a little skirt. Okay, so this tells me that you've completed a cycle. That the Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands is stepping in to a role with authenticity. They are the new spark of a passion, of possibly a spiritual ability. It's a new spark. It's a new energetic beginning after the completion of some sort of cycle, maybe some sort of spiritual cycle. So this could be this could be a karmic cycle that's been completed, and now you have a new start, energetically, quantumly, spiritually. This also, again, could be a new spiritual ability coming online, kind of like we talked about at the beginning. A lot of you have, now that you are feeling safe and whole and complete, like the world is, many of you have abilities coming online. Excuse me, apologize for that. So that's so beautiful. Okay. Why is the Emperor here with the 15th path, please? We need to know about the Emperor. It's ruling your reality. On the Universe card in this, if you look, it is also the Kether, the crown point. It is the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. See those dots, dot, dot, and the middle point. This is the solar sun source, and it goes down. It is this. So the Universe card is the Tree of Life, and it is sign of completion, of attainment, of success. There could be travel here for some of you. Also, travel towards an Emperor. Somebody who knows their power, who stands in their power, possibly an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius as well. Doesn't have to be a fire sign. It's somebody that is very authoritative and confident, male or female. There's no gender in the tarot. It's energy. So let's see why the Emperor is here, please. The 15th path and the Emperor. Why are we here? Knight of Cups, moving towards love, acting from an emotional state. This is moving towards acting on your emotional state, taking action from an emotional grounded situation. This is an offer of loving. So again, yeah, some of you could, like I said, some of you could be moving towards an Emperor energy with this, or have an Emperor energy coming towards you. The Knight of Cups is also a message or an offer of love. What else? Like the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. Seven of Swords. So, Seven of Swords is like strategy, following your heart, coming up with a strategy. Some of you may be trying to come up with a strategy, or need to come up with a plan and a strategy of how to move towards something you love or somebody you love. What else? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords calls for nurturing your thoughts, nurturing your mental space. She's also got clarity. Queen of the Thrones of Air. So getting really clear on where your heart is focused. Moving towards somebody who's an Emperor. Getting really clear on how you plan to get there, possibly. Or clarity coming in as far as how that goes. The Queen of Swords also has really strong boundaries. She communicates her wants and her needs very clearly. She is a good match for an Emperor energy because she knows what she wants. She cuts through the bullshit. And she also has like a psychic intuitive knowing. So this is also about kind of following your intuition, coming up with a strategy, letting your heart guide you. Please tell me in the comments if this is resonating for you in any way. Thank you. I've noticed I never get any comments, very rarely, so I would like to, and I'm not going to say that, I'm not speaking that. I get comments all the time. People love to comment on my feed. Just know that the comments do help the algorithms of YouTube get this message to other people that could use it. So, and it helps me know who I'm talking to. So just even an emoji, if it resonates, drop an emoji of any kind. Just a boop, just one simple button really helps. A like, a share, a comment, all of it really greatly helps. The Hanged Man. Why do we have the Hanged Man here, please? On the 23rd path. Tolerance, new perspective, life purpose. What's this new perspective bringing? Six of Cups, Lord of Pleasure. At the 6, this is our emotional energy replenished and restabilizing. This is also a cup of joy, of childlike joy and love, and sharing that love with others. This could be something that you used to do, again, something that you used to do, coming back, looking at love from a different perspective. What else do we have with this? And we've got the Blasted Tower. Okay, so all things that aren't love are falling away. Some of you have a tower. The tower came up yesterday too in yesterday's reading. So some of you are having a time of things that are unnecessary for your life path falling away. Some tower moments as far, it could be something that you can tangibly see, physically see, that is like an ending relationship, an ending job, a completion, stuff falling away that doesn't suit you and who you are inherently and your soul's purpose here, your life purpose with the Hangman. All things are crumbling and you're moving into this Lord of Pleasure where what you do, your life purpose, you understand is something joyous. And you are like definitely following your passion, following your love. Often this is a card of nostalgia. This is also a card of like past life. So there could be some karmic ties, some ancestral things that you're doing things in a different way than your ancestors did. And those old systems and structures are falling away energetically. There's a lot going on beneath the surface that we can't see right now. Okay. Anything else with the Six of Cups and the Tower? The Hierophant, the teacher, systems, your higher eternal soul self. So this could be things falling away, chasing your joy. Again, I'm talking to somebody who is in the position to lead, to teach, to guide. And you might be in that liminal space right now of the Hanged Man while these old energies of these things break down to restabilize your emotions and bring you into this life purpose role of yours as a Hierophant, as a teacher, healer, guide. teacher, healer, guide, leader of some sort, a lighthouse, sharing your gifts, your knowledge, your wisdom with others. Why do we have the 29th path here with the moon? Evolution, simplicity, and the animal kingdom. Why is the moon here? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so a new physical start, a new physical opportunity coming through, something that you're not seeing yet. This is often a financial offering. It is a material offering. Lord of the root of the powers of earth, a new seed being planted, possibly when the moon, with this full moon, this last full moon, or something you planted with the new moons during a moon cycle. What's happening with this Ace of Pentacles and the moon? The Hanged Man. It's giving you clarity, a different perspective, or have a different perspective. Have a different perspective on this. Telling me to have a different perspective on this. A new beginning. This moon has brought through a new beginning for you in the physical world. What else? The Lovers. Alchemizing. The Lovers is about alchemizing and balancing out those energies of the masculine and the feminine. So something that this last moon did, a seed that was planted, it's like alchemy, possibly bringing to you somebody that you love, a relationship, a new relationship. It also could just be balancing you out within yourself. Okay, anything else with that? Two of Pentacles. Yes, it's creating balance. Yes, and this is balance in your physical reality. So possibly something that you did with this last moon has given you a new perspective, and is balancing out, alchemizing energies within you to bring balance into your physical world. Like a new physical beginning, new life, right? Like we've been talking about, coming in. So this is happening. This is happening. And something about the moon triggered that. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So, yes, this is all about your leadership, you ruling your reality, you knowing your worth, your value, what you offer, nurturing your energy, focusing your energy where you want to be, understanding that you get to choose. You are co-creating your reality, and you understand your power and your purpose, and letting that guide you to your highest timeline, toward your highest self. You're there. You're now there. So it's acting like that. It's kind of acting as if you might not necessarily energetically feel that way as this tower is happening, as you're restabilizing into this new energy. But you're on your highest timeline. Now start acting like it, even if it doesn't feel natural. That's what it is, and implementing your consciousness into the earth realm in everything you do, and taking control. You have control over you have control over your life now, and maybe you didn't for a long time. This is all about you getting control back, your sovereignty. This is about sovereignty and agency, and standing in your power, in your truth of who you are. All right, so the Pleiadians wanted to come out. We're going to use that for the closing message. And please let me know if this resonates with you. We'll use the Pleiadian Oracle for the last message, what this is about. Angels and guides, can we get one or two from the Pleiadians, please? What do we need to know about this message here? Thank you. Pleiadians and Kabbalah, the song of your soul. Wow, beautiful. And your passion. Okay. On the bottom we have star royalty. So this is all about how in the higher dimensions, the royalty are the people who work on they understand their consciousness and their effect on the greater good of humanity, and so they live up to their full potential and their best selves, and they connect to the divine, and those are the people who are royalty, who are divinely compensated, and live these beautiful lavish lives, are the ones that are doing the inner work on themselves to increase their consciousness, to increase the consciousness of all, to be of service. Royalty in the higher dimensions isn't something that's a bloodline that you're just born into and you all of a sudden you're a king or a queen, just because your last name is such and such. It's because they've done the inner work, and they're valued in that way. So this is about somebody being star royalty. You're doing the inner work, and understanding that how taking the time for this self-care and this healing, and being consciously aware of that self-care is care of the whole and the greater good, is that star royalty power. Okay, so we have 4 and 40. So 4, 44, 4 could be significant numbers to you. The song of your soul and passion. So I'm going to go to the book about those. Blue butterflies could be significant. Owls could be significant. Notice the color blue. That's very, very much throat chakra and communication. Third eye as well, that royal purple blue in there too. So let's see what Song of the Soul says, and this is from the Pleiadians. So they are here with us now. Song of your Soul says, on the deepest levels of source creation rests a sound harmonic frequency that is found in everything. Beyond the layers of light and even sacred geometry rests the foundation of sound that birthed your universe into existence. When the subtleness of sound is uncovered on a deeper experience level, all around you is revealed to emit a sound frequency. You too are no different, as your body is constantly emitting these vibratory signatures that connect you with all of existence. By receiving and listening to one's inner vibration, the hue, they call us hues for humans, the hue gains the opportunity to consciously transform their surroundings through the vehicle of sound to become even greater emitters of magnetic service. We, the Pleiadians, are specialized in sound harmonics, and all our training begins through the art of self-tuning. As every being has a unique vibration, if they don't fully understand their own instrument, they may not be able to fully play to the scale of their highest expression. This card comes as a similar reminder to dedicate time to be with the self in order to hear your unique vibration and learn the song of your soul. When one hears the song of their soul, they tap into an unbreakability that propels their life to new levels of operating. But without self-knowledge, this is not fully possible. We, the Pleiadians, are requesting that you engage in a time of stillness and solitude to commune with yourself and listen. Put aside any outside distractions and return to your sacred temple in quietude. Here, when one listens to themselves and removes the influence of others, they return to the song of their soul. This card may also indicate a time of trusting your messages and knowing that your inner feelings on a situation are accurate. The additional meanings are tune in, listen, stillness, solitude, sound healing, harmony, trust yourself, and alone. So are you taking that time in stillness to connect with your soul? And that's all about the consciousness and your crown chakra too. Taking time to sit in stillness with the divine, open up and just be present and still. That's very, very, very important at this time, always. But as we're moving into this new higher resonance, that time for self-care includes that meditation time too. Being still is actually doing a lot energetically. So for passion, there is an inner fire within you that is seeking to be released and shine its full brightness into the world. Once this flame is lit, one is propelled to a higher state that fuses your spirit with your bodily intelligence. Known as passion, this energy indicates to the human self that you are in alignment with your soul's path. When the passion card arrives, it is requesting for you to take notice of what is inspiring and bringing excitement into your life. Do you seek something greater? Do you need more fire in your life? Whatever may come to mind, this is an invitation to follow your passions. Born as the unique soul star you are, we have all been transported here to fulfill our galactic duty, whether small or big, via our soul's appetite. As the body has a unique appetite, so too does your soul seek to be fed. Ask yourself, what soulful nutrition do I need at this moment? Whatever it may be, now is a good time to review, write, engage in all the actions, joys, and movements that nourish your soul. Know through soul nourishment, known as passion, one will be granted health, healing, abundance, and it will naturally take down the obstacles in your path. When we are in alignment with passion, we are radiant, vibrant, and feel aligned with existence. Trust this guidance and follow through as all mental fears fade into the distance. All you have to do is simply walk, move, and follow your excitement. Additional meanings: enjoyment, play, fire, freedom, letting go, no worries. So again, this to bring it full circle, right? What you're doing, what is what do you do with ease, grace, and great joy? That is your answer to your prosperity. Bringing that around full circle, your joy, knowing the song of your soul, what excites and ignites you. Follow that. Follow your heart. Your heart is the compass for your passion, for your soul. And if you sit and listen and allow that to come forward, you're on the right path. You're aligned, and your abundance and compensation and loving relationships and all of it is just going to, like, domino effect, as you step into that energy more and more. Follow that. Stay in the vortex. Stay in the vortex. If you know Abraham Hicks, you know about being in the vortex, that high vibration, that alignment, that joy. I'm in there right now. This is what lights me up. I love bringing through these messages for you guys. I love pollinating new ideas, new concepts, hope, faith, joy, light into the lives of other people. And that's why I'm here. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope this message found you well. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like your own private reading, a custom meditation, a subliminal, or just to leave gratuity. Anything and everything helps. And I consider a comment, a like, a share is all gratuitous to me. I appreciate every bit of it. Please see my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description box and on the home page. I also do personal training so we can get your physical vessel ready to hold all these beautiful miracles that are coming towards you now. I appreciate your presence so much. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.